Chinese dissident Chen Guangcheng, known as the blind lawyer, may be safe in New York, but he remains a major headache for the government in Beijing. Now his brother has emulated Mr Chen's dramatic escape from their family's hometown and is tonight being sheltered in the Chinese capital. In a moment, we'll speak to the New York professor who was instrumental in brokering the deal to get Chen Guangcheng out of China. But first, this report from our China correspondent, McDonell.
There's now another Chen hiding in Beijing. Chen Guangtu has followed in the footsteps of his blind younger brother by evading dozens of guards in their hometown and has made it to the Chinese capital. He says back in his village, he and others have been bashed following Chen Guangcheng's escape.
Using my belt, they whipped my hands, which were tied behind my back. One of my thumbs feels numb. The beatings lasted for a long time.
Blind dissident Chen Guangcheng is today in New York. He was at the centre of a diplomatic row after taking refuge inside the US Embassy in Beijing. Professor Jerome Cohen has been helping him adjust to his new life. This China law expert was involved in brokering the deal in which Mr Chen was allowed to leave China to study in the United States. But Chen Guangcheng remains worried that back in Shandong province, the authorities are now targeting his extended family.
As we see, acts of retribution may not have stopped. We hope to see a thorough investigation of these events in the future.
After Chen Guangcheng escaped from Dongshigu village, men in plain clothes broke into the houses of his family and friends, allegedly bashing them. His brother's son, Chen KEGUI, resisted them and a scuffle ensued. He now faces the death penalty following murder charges.
In fact, in Guangcheng's case, KEGUI was not originally involved in the affair. Even when Guangcheng escaped, he didn't even know. Assuming that Guangcheng is a criminal, my helping Guangcheng means I'm guilty too. But it doesn't mean my whole family is guilty. My wife, my son, even my 5-year-old grandson, are they all guilty?
Chen Guangtu is searching for a lawyer to help with his son's case. His son's wife doesn't know where Chen KEGUI has been taken.
I'm now very worried because nobody can see him. He must be injured very badly. I'm worried about his well-being. He must have been beaten up or tortured in detention.
Even with Chen Guangcheng out of the country, his case still haunts the Chinese government. Yet human rights groups say these are problems of Beijing's own making because it continues to turn a blind eye to what's happening in Shandong province. Analysts say that local authorities there have handled the entire Chen Guangcheng matter in a sloppy and thuggish manner, and that as such, they're bringing the whole country's reputation into disrepute. What's more, now Chen Guangcheng can criticise them as much as he likes. He may not be able to speak English, but he has a world profile to wield in his favour. McDonell, Lateline.